Uh-oh. Stream might not end up happening now. And of course, the first thing I am actually vocal to answer is someone asking about a giveaway. Of course. Of course. I forgot. Loomian Legacy Culture is just a giveaway. I forgot. I forgot. That's all this is just a giveaway, please. Anyway. Here we are. It is for real, yeah, I'm joking about it, but I really don't like it when people ask for giveaways. If I do a giveaway, I'll let y'all know. That's about how that goes. Although, I don't even know if we're gonna stream now because this dang... Why am I dropping frames? Why? Like, what the heck? It was literally fine up until I wanted, like, the timer ran down to 0. Why? John, I have no idea. It's some amount. Yeah, well, now you know not to ask. And that's all that matters. Anyway, let's roll the wheel. Surely good things happen here. Surely, right? Surely good things happen. We got wheels. Stop. Mint, let's just not. Let's not do that. We're not on that level where you get to call me Pookie yet, alright? We're not there yet. Alright, where is it? Route 6. Stream is slightly choppy. Is my internet cool? I've literally said that, you know... I've literally said just now that the internet's been awful. That question mark is still there? Yeah, they still haven't added whatever thing it is yet. I was gonna tweet out and stuff that it was time to stream, but I don't know if the stream's happening right now. Seems nope. I'm debating if I'm actually gonna stream because the frames are just constantly dropping now. I don't get it. It was fine right before I started streaming. And now that I am. Man, this sucks, dude. I just wanted to stream. I just wanted to stream, but now, yeah, it's not letting me, huh? Do I push through it? Yeah, whatever. We'll do a little bit. We'll do a little bit. Alright, we'll do a little bit. We'll just deal with the lag. Alright. Stream ended? It's that bad? Top tier stream? Yeah, I know. Oh well. We just deal with it. All right. And then we do that. All right, cool. Hello, Twilight. All right. So we know the goal. We want another one of these. Adding anything but story? I mean, they're working on it. They are working on it. This was an easy add because all it was literally just changing Dragodine into a Soulburst Dragodine for the raid. And I guess they also updated the quality of life of picking up eggs. But like, this probably didn't take them very long on the coding end. So they're working on it. All right. So now it's time to get go. Actually, wait. How are my repels going? 35. I'm going to need many, many more of those. I'm not doing raids for you. I'm not doing the raids. I'm going to be looking for eggs. That is what I'll be doing. All right, I need repels. How much money do I have? A decent amount. All right. How many of these can I buy? A lot. I can buy a lot. Sure. We'll do that. All right. So now we're going to go over to the Rally Ranch, and we're going to start going in circles, except not actually circles. All right. So I guess I'll pop a boost when I start seeing eggs. Oh, like that. All right. And because of the nature of this event, we only have to do these boosts. I have no idea, Garbantus. I mean, I guess we can look very quickly before we start. I wish I could use this mount for this, but I can't because it cannot pick up eggs. But let's see. No, no, it doesn't. It literally, yeah, no, it doesn't. All right, so back to the Kiego. All right, here we go. Oh, no, we need the boosts. Let's put on an hour and let's go. And now, yeah, we're just running into eggs, hoping we can find stuff. Stop ending stream. Oh, I'm not. That's just YouTube being dumb. I'm not ending the stream. That is not me. Eggs indeed. Oh yeah, I guess this is literally your event, huh, Darren? Hunting in a suboptimal. I literally just turned on a repel. Why am I? Oh, it's the Kiego. I was like, why am I finding something? And Dynal, I can only go where the game lets me go, you know? If it was egg raining in other places, I would. But the weather is literally just encounters. Give me the egg. There we go. But, all right, let's see how long these repels last. Wow, these don't last at all. Holy. What's up, Think? Suboptimal? I agree. Yeah, these repels suck, dude. But yeah, we all know what the goal is. We got to get that stinking blue Fabergé or whatever, however it's pronounced. But I got to find eggs. How long would 999 repels even last you? Because holy. We're moving to a worse route. I'm already down 2 repels. Where is the next one? Route 3. Oh, Route 3 sounds awful. Plus they have a diamond. I don't care about anything but the Fabergé. What's up, Joshua? Oh boy. This is pain. Especially because these don't have a pity. True, Sylvan City is literally top tier. You showcased a stall Loomian today. Well, so here's the fun fact about that. Stall is not a Loomian. If you call a Loomian stall, that's just a wall. That's all that is. Stall is the entire playstyle, not one Loomian. Like, you can say you showcased a Loomian used on stall, but you did not showcase a stall Loomian. You showcased a wall. It's a team archetype. Well, actually, it's a sin on the earth, you know, wasting other people's time, but if we want to get technical. The scary movie, yeah, I don't get it, sorry. Camp, Softwater Memorial. Okay. Oh, and there go the frames. Literally all up until I hit the start stream. Or like I actually started streaming to you guys. Like during the entire 10-minute countdown I had, it was perfectly fine. But nope, the frames, the second I want to do something, I genuinely hate this internet service provider. They are actually a piece of trash. Oh, there's just a movie called Scary Movie. Okay. But no, I'm not really big on movies. Bro, I hate repels, dude. They don't last at all. The target is a Gamma. Gamma Fabergé. So, basically, we're not getting it. No, and I fell off of that. That's fun. This route sucks. Eggs are so spread out. You have to spam repels that last 5 seconds. Where are all the eggs, dude? I need the eggs. Like, what is this? Oh, let me through. Let me through. Diego route also. Next 2 hours is route 3. You know, that sounds about my luck. Sounds about like my luck. Whenever I want to stream, you know, the internet dies and the hunting area is awful. I wanted to use the dang Solber's Dragonine saddle, but really, let me have it. But you can't pick up eggs on the Solber's saddle. Still haven't got Solber's Dragonine saddle yet? Oh, well. Let's see. Route 7 does suck. Route 8. You got golden egg before the saddle. I've never gotten a radianite egg. I have never gotten one in any of the years. Do we want to talk about the balance changes? I mean, do you want to? I mean, we can. I do plan on making a video. The season ends like either today or tomorrow, right? I'll probably make a video about the balance changes sometime this week, just to get the word out there so people have time to make stuff today in an hour. Nice. I decided to get a rain ferroglyph from the shop earlier, or last night, just to make sure I had it. Should we get the video? Hopes up that the video's on time. It should be sometime this week. But yeah, no, I'm not. There's no point in robust and clever rain ferroglyph. I'm a level with, especially robust. Maybe clever, but 55 defense isn't getting you anywhere. I hate these repels. You go through so many. I guess what I'll do is I'll start a replay buffer. Just in case I find any interesting Kiegos. Maybe I make a video. But yeah, I guess we could talk about the balance changes. Why not? Yeah, just in case. It's just in case I ever feel like making a thing. You have a rallied box of patrols. No, alpha patrols. So, wait, are you trying to get... I assume you're trying to get secret ability. Like, alpha secret ability. Yeah, I personally don't see myself ever going for something like that. Oh, hey, look, the Pure Mind Egg. Yeah, so my thing about that, Josh, is mints are confirmed to come to the game at some point. Don't know when, but it is at some point. So, if I ever feel like using a robust rain ferroglyph, I'll wait for mints. So, yeah, I don't plan on stressing out over getting one. I got a nimble rain one and called it a day. Soon is pushing it, Joshua. Because they said mints would be coming with an entirely separate mechanic. We don't know what it is. I know Jamie said they might come with Route 9, maybe. But, like, when he says stuff like that, I just assume it's not, because whenever stuff like that happens, it's always like, if we have time, and spoiler alert, they never have time. It always means it's, like, the last thing they work on, if there's time, and yeah, it never happens. But I guess I'll pull up the balance changes, because why not? There we go. Well, there's an egg over there. So let's get these balance changes. There we go. Big old fat list of stuff. All right. There's a group of eggs over there. All right. Player PvP2 didn't revive the game. Well, yeah, it was never meant to revive the game because, like, people weren't playing PvP in the first place, and PvP didn't fix the part of PvP being super inaccessible. So first, they need to make a big update to get players playing the game again. So, I don't know, Route 9 or Frostvale or something big. And at the same time, they need to make PvP accessible. And now with ranked already there, you know, it'll be something for people to look at. But anybody who expected PvP 2.0 to revive the game itself was expecting a little much. It was supposed to like revive PvP, but it didn't help that like there were a ton of broken things with PvP 2.0. And then, yeah, I don't know. They just make one story update in 2 years so game dies. I mean, again, I'm going to tell you this. Making story updates doesn't revive the game. To revive the game, they need things to keep players playing. Yes, they get a big surge of players when they make story updates, but it doesn't revive the game because nobody plays after the story. There's nothing to do that people want to do. There will eventually be a Dream Teams queue in terms of to address the point of finding battles that aren't ranked, but we can bet a lot of anything that won't happen for a very long time because they're kind of sick of PvP. No, I won't say that it wasn't supposed to like save PvP because it was, and then it failed because the balance was awful. But I mean, I feel like that was more of a result of just their setup. Because like when you make a bunch of changes like that, you generally want to be able to test them in a practical manner. But Jamie can't test PvP changes in like a functional sense outside of, oh, does this ability is now different. But he can't test them in like a practice setting. Because one, they don't really have a test coliseum, and two, they don't have people to test those changes. How they maintain players after the main story? Yeah, no, it's literally just because it's Pokemon. They shiny hunt. That's literally all there is to do. And then competitive, like recently, you know, in recent games, competitive people are held over by changing regulations for like, you know, competitive rule sets. But like, in terms of the actual game, it's literally just you play the game and then you shiny hunt. That's it. That's all there is. But I don't think you can use Pokemon as a model of like how you should make your game, because if you just make a Pokemon game that isn't Pokemon, people aren't gonna play it because they only play Pokemon because it is Pokemon. This is a Pokemon-like game problem rather than just Loomian Legacy. Not really, because the Pokemon-like games are just making a Pokemon game. The reason Pokemon is still popular is because it's Pokemon, not because the games are some, you know, to die for quality that you have to just keep playing. No, people play it because it's Pokemon. They just regurgitate the same game over and over and over, but people play it anyway because, oh, hey, look, new Pokemon. Pokemon can do it because they're an established IP. Loomian can't do it because they're not Pokemon. They have to change something about what they're doing. My frames are really good this stream. As you said that, my frames died. Thanks. Or they were already dying when you said that. You said it sarcastically. But no, the frames have been terrible. I wish. My frames were really good up until I actually started streaming. It was such a kick in the nuts. Cause like I was looking at the frame rate for so long before I went live. I was monitoring it just to make sure it was fine. And then I was like, okay, finally, I can have a stream. And then I hit start stream. And then the frame rate took a nosedive off a cliff and it hasn't come back. This service provider sucks. Oh yeah, I guess I need to do the finds command, huh? Nightbot, alright. I'm streaming from OBS, but that's not really relevant. Like, I've 1,000,000% confirmed it's just my internet service provider being, actually awful. Oops. Isn't Kyokusai inefficient? Yes, but I want to use my funny egg, and I can't use the Dragodines because they're all off the ground. There's 3 Dragodine saddles, and not a single one of them can pick up eggs. But anyway, the key is not to upgrade the Pokemon parts, but to, yes, you can't upgrade the Pokemon parts because people don't play Pokemon for anything other than the fact that it's Pokemon. The one holding the back, I literally tried it. Don't tell me I'm, oh, well, whatever. I'm not going to argue with you guys. All right, let's see. Give me an egg. Sick. Awesome. We're not aiming for efficiency, so let's end it true. Alright. Well, now I gotta finish picking up eggs and go to Route 3, which is critically acclaimed as the worst thing ever. I actually never beat Temtem. I forgot to do it. I know I'm on the last arc. I'm on the last island, but I never beat it. I need to do that. And of course, the second I touch grass without a repel, all right, let's pick up this egg. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, of course, Monkey. I would love to just hunt in Sylvan City, but yeah, it is all routes. Like, it is garbage. Of course, it says Atlantean City, but you could still fight the Route 3. It's Route 3 for 2 hours. Just let me go in Sylvan. Alright, let's suffer. Alright. Oh yeah, we never did start talking about the balance changes. Alright. How many of these did I already guzzle through? Oh boy. Alright, 9:51 at the top of the hour. Just noting that. Oh, I missed an egg back there. So do eggs spawn out here, or is it only throughout here? And please don't tell me they can spawn up there. They can, can't they? Alright, they can spawn down here, that's good. If I could actually, you know, get them properly. You're doing the command right with the exclamation point thing. seemingly just not working at the moment. I'll have to... The finds command is just not working right now. I'll have to figure out why it's like that. I'll have to look at that some other time. We'll just have to go finds. Let's just know I haven't found a thing yet. It's unlikely we find anything because these can't work off pity. And they, oh, what else? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, and the Fabergés are like 1 in 300, so it's going to be, if you find anything, it's like, oof. You really hit a streak there. All right. Alrighty. No, the Fabergés are 1 in 300. It's not a fun thing to look for, bro. I accidentally hit no, now I have to go back into the inventory. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Will it make season 2 good? Here's the thing, everybody's gonna complain, regardless of what happens. A lot of the time, people just complain because it's Jamie. Now, not to say there aren't valid complaints. It's just a lot of the complaints are literally just because they want to say bad things about Jamie. But I think these changes, while they don't address everything, they do address a lot of things. And it should definitely be more enjoyable than this season. A lot of people are like, oh my god, Jamie is both nerfing and banning Arceros. What's the point? Like, who cares? You don't have to deal with Arceros. Where do I think GlitchxCity's usage will be at? 0, because it's banned in Season 2. It will not, it will have approximately 0 usage. I'm of the belief that we should just stop trying to balance the 700 base stat roamers and just break them and ban them. Just break them and ban them. Just rip off the band-aid, get it over with. And then we just move on. And it becomes easier to balance that way because now you're not trying to balance 575 guys, which is where most Loomians are at, right? With 700 plus base stat guys that generally come with power modifiers. Like, it just works easier that way to just make those guys broken and not worry about it. You have a way to ban them now, so there's no harm in doing it. The only issue is when people would complain that they can't use their favorite Loomian in ranked. That would be the only real issue with just breaking and banning the roamers. But I think it's okay. You can still use your guys, just not in ranked. That's my opinion. I don't know. I know that's a pretty unpopular one, but that's my opinion. All right, you can't just go over those rocks. I like that. Okay, I will give it this. I think Route 3 is better than Route 6. Simply because of this area right here. You at least have a consolidated area where eggs can spawn. Yes, you have the rest of the route, but you have this area. So, you know, you do have an area where they can group up rather than Route 6 where you're just going everywhere. They both suck because you need repels. But at least you have this, like, you could technically, while it's inefficient, you could technically just hunt in this area of Route 3 alone and not need repels. And you'd still get a pretty sizable number of eggs. But anyway, as for the balance changes, what do we got? So we got some stat changes up first. So Willbound Metronet is getting normal Metronet's bulk and just dumping stats into its melee attack. Do the eggs spawn up here? I'm not gonna go up there. I'm just wondering, do the eggs spawn up there? Will be good. Is it because it hits Plasmoth? Metronet is not banned in rank. So next season's bans are Swirl, Soulburst, Icicle, Novideus, Arceus, and Glissadia. Those are the only bans for next season. Oh, hey, look, our first alpha. It's the Pyramind. Sick. Let's go. Alright. So, what do I catch it in? Guess it doesn't really matter. It's an alpha. It's an alpha, I don't care. The 1 in 5, yeah, we got the 1 in 5, but... Do I agree Soulburst Dragonite similar? I mean, yeah, their abilities work the exact same way. It happens on... Or, I mean, I guess Dragonite's happens in any KO, but yeah, the abilities are similar. But Nemesis is getting nerfed at the very least. It'll still be silly, but, you know, not as silly. Anyway, yeah, Willbound Metronet is getting normal Metronet stats, but more, or in terms of bulk and energy, but then its attack is going up. So it'll be like hard mixed attacker, 115 speed, 139 melee attack, 147, I think, is its ranged attack. And so it'll be able to break things like Plasmoth on top of, you know, to something that would switch into its, or as something that would switch into its stabs. So Willbound will be different. Like, it'll have worse melee bulk than it currently does right now, but it'll actually be able to, how is it breaking Plasmoth again? So it gets a move called Mega Punch, which happens to be super effective on Plasmoth. So, yeah, there's that. It's so obscure. That's fair. But, I think it's a good change for Metronet because at least you won't kill it by sneezing on it. I think that's the biggest takeaway is it won't die when you sneeze on it. Because it could already break Plasmoth with Mega Punch, and now it'll just be able to do that easier. Snot Shot Okos it. True. But anyway, we have Borok getting an energy nerf. It's kind of whatever. Like, Borok is very strong. It'll be able to click fewer earthquakes, but it doesn't need that many. Borak will still do Borak things. And Borak wasn't really being used too much this season, apparently. So I guess it will continue to not be used. Maybe. Let me see. Actually, let me see what Jamie sent me a while back. I can't really discuss the specifics because they just don't want this information public, but I can speak of generalizations. Let me see where Borak is sitting, or was sitting. But, let's see here. If I can find it. Oh, there we go. How much Borak was there? Alright. A little bit. Not too terribly much, but a little bit. Does knockout outburst? No, the Notlings do not have any rally move because Jamie wanted Notling to be a meme, which costed knockout and not elect move slots, but it is what it is. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, Borak losing energy, that's not great for Borak, obviously, but oh well. It's still gonna click Earthquake. Pranzu and Shrimphost are losing energy to get more bulk. So, that's not really gonna affect, like, the bulk's not really gonna affect them much. I can't see it doing too much, because it's only plus 10 in each stat, and they have base 50 health. I guess it benefits Shrimphost in doubles, because Shellbash is also being changed to be Wide Guard in doubles. Or unless that already happened. I don't remember if that already happened or if it is happening. What's up, Cageit? Oh yeah, it is getting fake out, isn't it? But then Goppy is getting adorable to finesse. This is literally just so more people hunt in Bob's Pond. I will be one of those people. I will eventually hunt in Bob's Pond for the Alpha Radiant Galaxy Goppy. Or not Galaxy. Was it Galaxy? Yeah, I think it was Galaxy. Monkey, I can totally see, or I should just call you casual. I could totally see Jamie banning Shellbash in raids after it changes to Wide Guard. We have not gotten the route after Cageit, but we do know they're working on it, like, actually working on it. But that's all we do know. We don't have any real information beyond that they're working on it. Like, actually, though. What is Bob's Pond? True. I agree. Yeah, that's fair, Cageit. Just playing when the story updates, that's fair. I don't blame anybody for doing that. It's hard to stay invested in a game that updates so slowly, right? So I don't blame anybody for just playing story updates. And yeah, anyway, so on to some ability changes for Season 2. You got confused with TOT? The TOT is pretty much the same game as of right now, but they are working on like a big rework to actually make their game playable. Anyway, so Burning Rage, Chilling Passion, Incandescent, Pitch Black, Pyro, those are all changing to do 25% more damage instead of 50%. and then their energy like increase is being removed, so it'll cost the same as normal moves. Pyro Pro is going to get a 10% energy discount instead of what it currently is, but it's also decreasing to 25% extra damage. Hag is losing its... Hag is getting nerfed because, as we all know, Odiaga is a huge problem. Hag is losing its energy discount, so it's going to be exactly like Incandescent and all them. Berserk and Eager, this is a big change. So this is like secret. This is Banoki, Volcaloa, and Cosmere Cracked. Their ability is changing, so instead of being like a specialty item, it will make it so all of your moves, regardless of ranged or physical, will do 50% more damage, but you cannot use support moves, and you will not benefit from holding an item. The effects of your item will not happen while you have the ability. So you're no longer locked into one move. You do 50% more damage, but you can't use support moves, and you can't use items, essentially. So it is making it so your Unga Bunga, I do more damage. That is it. That is all I am. So that'll be an interesting change. This is exactly like how Dim-Witted works in Doodle World. So if you're familiar with that, it is exactly copy-paste that ability. I missed the egg. Dang. Dang, where are the spawns, man? Give me the spawns. Stream's bugging for you because of ad? Oh, stream's bugging for everybody else because there's no frames. I hate this stupid internet. But it is what complaining about it's only gonna make me mad. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's happening to Berserk. And then the last ability change is Ambush is getting its nerf reverted. So it's going back to double damage on switch-ins. So there we go. Ambush is coming back. I will say this. Joltooth was one of the lowest win rate things in Season 1. And, let's just say, it got worse. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Anyway, so now we have a bunch of move changes coming as well. So Spite is changing from a Dark type move to a Spirit type move, as well as becoming an offensive move, so that Light types can switch into it. Yes, Casual. There will be there is another buff to Joltooth specifically, but we'll get to that in a little while. Is there a Zulong saddle? Yes, it's from the arcade game. But yeah, Spite is changing to a Spirit type move so that Light types can switch into it. Outburst is removing the energy refund on it because of passive energy regen. So that is a nerf to any... Did Teclipse get nerfed? Oh, Teclipse is gone. Teclipse is dead. But it is getting it's getting a buff with this seasonal update. Nerfing regift slightly, true. Anyway, Outburst is changing to become Wide Guard on top of everything else it does. Gust is becoming a 40 energy move. Burn Up as well is also becoming 40 energy. And he's getting rid of the Heat Wave effect. It will now only be +1 range attack regardless of when you use it. But yeah, those two moves are becoming 40 energy. Expert Onslaught is making it so instead of living Loomians adding to your power, it is now only going to be fainted Loomians that add to your power for Expert Onslaught. Chartiki was not everywhere, Kageit. Sorry. Chartiki was not everywhere. Still not everywhere. But regardless. Mudslide is dropping from 70 power to 30 power because it's getting distributed to a lot more things, and he doesn't want it to be like an actual earth coverage thing because earth coverage is very strong. Oh wait, a bunch of eggs over here. I'm throwing if I don't go this way. Tiki Lips, I've never heard of that Loomian. That is not a Loomian, sorry. Try again. I've never heard of a Tiki Lips. But yeah, Mudslide is getting changed to be a very low power move. The energy cost is also coming down to 35, but it is going to be distributed to a lot more things. Teardown is going to be able to be blocked by Staunch, because apparently it isn't right now. Dart Burst is dropping in accuracy from 90% to 85, so it becomes much less likely to hit all 10 hits. Unnecessary change, but it's what the people wanted. Am I talking about Chartic? True. Boiling Press and Deep Freeze are losing their burning and freezing secondary effects. So they only have their ability to hit water types. They will not burn and freeze on top of that. And that's all like the direct move changes. And now we're going to some things. Yeah, we're talking about a bunch of Loomians losing moves now. So, Arceros is losing Boiling Press. It's being replaced with a brand new move being added. We'll talk about it later. Novadeus obviously losing Boiling Press as well because Arceros is losing it, while also getting that new move we mentioned. Whisper, Lampurge, and Charonix are all losing Spite, which is weird because he's literally nerfing Spite, but, you know, whatever. That is a weird change to me, but sure. Halloween, Kabunga, and Thaumin are losing Gamma Pulse, Luster Loot, Zip Zap, and Fade Away. So Thaumin will no longer be able to pivot. And it's losing its light coverage. Waka Laka is only losing Fade Away out of all this. Skolava, Gexplode, Eruptodon are losing Accelerate. So yeah, Eruptodon won't be able to accelerate on top of Magnify or just accelerate. Deladrix is losing Thunderstrike. So it's just losing electric coverage entirely. And then Ursnack is losing Fade Away. So it's forced to use Baffle as a pivot move. As its only option. Which, by the way, Staunch blocks. Just to preface for later. And now the following Loomians are all losing burn up. So this is a thing where he's gutting the distribution of burn up and gust and replacing a bunch of it with teardown and mudslide. So he's kind of changing the standard removal options from burn up and gust since they're so strong as moves. Yeah, he's changing that to be more niche distribution while making Teardown and Mudslide more standard. They both can rally, but they'll always be a Sweets. Epically. But anyway, the following Loomians are all losing Burn Up. So, Eruptodon Evolution Line, Hoganosh Evolution Line, Pyrolin, Kabunga and Wiki Wiki are losing it. Ventation's losing it, Harvestex losing it, and Picolio's losing it. Eruptodon, Pyrolin, Hoganosh. Those three are all getting Teardown as a replacement. And then the following things are all losing Gust, and again, I'll specify which things get Teardown. Yeah, I was sad about that, Corey, but Burn Up is getting killed. It's not going to be able to do the +2 Volcanic anyway. But the following things are all losing Gust. Avitross, Stratosaur, Buzzolin, Snagoop, Swirl, Dragodine, that's getting Teardown. Charonix, Violana getting Teardown. Gondorvale, Nemore, Nemesis, Gargolem, Morphezu, Vesperatu, Infernix, Wintrix, and Cleone. So those are all losing Gust. And then we have some doubles changes, being that some things are losing bait. So what? Lumala, Sinogre. Oh, sorry. I can't say that word anymore because I might screw it up. So,
Sinogre.
I have a pre-recorded message of it. Yeah. But yeah.
Sinogre.
Is losing bait. And then the entire Vari line is losing bait. On top of Harvesect. The Finds command doesn't work right now. I'll have to fix it some other time, but I found an Alpha Pyramine reskin. I found an Alpha Pyramine egg. That's what I should have said. All right. And now the following Loomians are all getting moves. So Vari evolution line's all getting Teardown. Skalava's getting Teardown. Hoganosh getting Teardown. Kabunga getting Teardown. Gumpod is getting Teardown and Mudslide. Spirivi's getting Teardown and Provoke. Jimby's getting Teardown. Wimpor's getting Teardown. Snaggle's getting Teardown. Kiego's getting Teardown. Sickaloot, which is Violana, is getting both Teardown and Mudslide. Goswing's getting Teardown. Nemore and Nemesis are getting Teardown. Gargolem's getting Teardown. And then Vambat is getting Teardown, Mudslide, Phantom Blast, Gnarly Gash, and Provoke. So there you go. Gnarly Gash Vesperatu to help replace its now gutted dark type damage in Slapdown. Is Wendelin viable now? Wendelin is used, yeah. It's the only spirit type left with Sharp Claws. So yeah, it spams Fade Away. So yeah, alright, and then Slugling, its evolution line's getting Mudslide. Igneal's getting Mudslide, Barbs, and Provoke. Stingeel, so Moreel's getting Mudslide. Ibrella, so Parasol getting Mudslide. Hoganosh getting Mudslide. Pyramine getting Mudslide. Totop getting Mudslide and Provoke. Kraytol evolution line getting Mudslide. Piters getting Mudslide. Ansi getting Mudslide. Pyrelin getting Mudslide at level 1. Embit's evolution line's getting Provoke, so one step closer to Incineroar. Fancub evolution line's getting Provoke and Shadow Box. Pootroll's evolution line's getting Provoke. Dobo's getting Provoke and Flare Blast. Dractus is getting Provoke, Body Crash, and Barbs. Krabushi's getting Provoke. Kayute's getting Provoke, and, wait, where's the Spike Rush? I guess that's not listed here yet, but, Dusket's getting Provoke and Phantom Blast, and then Mutagon's getting Provoke. Did I go bald yet? Of course. Oh, did I hit no? Oh, no. Alright. Anomaly Sea Drake finally getting 4th move. Wait, is it? I didn't pay attention. Oh. Oh, no, I still don't get it. But, oh no, that egg despawned on me. Alright. Up next... we have, Eclipse is getting Blind Spot, Batter, and Radiant Rush at level 1. So it's getting some physical blight moves. Luxor's getting Resonate. Umbrat's getting Chili Chomp. Wow, it can hit bugs. Anyway, I'm gonna click Fade Away. Burroach is getting Slap Down. I don't understand why, but I guess you know, Garbantis needed a 4th move to click for its Assault Vest set it's gonna be able to run, right? What else was there? Oh, Zeppelin is getting Typhoon, Landslide, and Spite. Venolin's getting Landslide and Rock Slide. That's to make up for Mudslide nerf. Swishy is getting Landslide and Hydroblast. Geklo's getting Landslide. Willy Dilly, Wild Isle, is getting Thistle Slash, Nature's Force, and Landslide. So Jamie finally remembered to give Malamurk plant moves. Or a plant move, I guess. Odiyaga is getting both Bane of Haste and Typhoon. So that's cool. I know a lot of people wanted Bane of Haste, or a few people, I should say, wanted Bane of Haste Odiyaga since the paralysis change. And, well, now they're getting it. What is next? I won't put it on yet. Where am I on the list? Oh yeah, Grimuline is getting Thistle Slash, Body Crash, and Luster Loot. I don't know why we're buffing Grimuline. Have people not figured out that this thing's actually, like, good? Snow Cub is getting Spike Rush. Kayute's getting Spike Rush, so Cramboss has Battle Chime priority now. When is Season 1 ending? Today. In, like, a few minutes, actually. Let's see. Cryo Cub is also getting Spike Rush. I don't understand why we're giving Barbadger priority, but... Sure. Yeah, Odiyaga does have Splitting Headache. So you can do Thunder or Bane of Haste with Splitting Headache. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, Smole Evolution Line's getting Boiling Press because Arceus is losing it. So it's getting it as a level up move rather than a rally move. Geklo is getting Thunder Blast. Dakuda is getting Thunder Blast. Ample's also getting Thunder Blast. Wendelin, Wispup, they're getting Phantom Blast, with Wispup also getting Flare Blast. Morphezu's getting Typhoon. I forgot to put on a Repel. Whoops. Goppy Evolution Line on top of Pike and Leviatros. They're all getting Hydroblast. Chartiki's getting Flare Blast. Scampy is getting Provoke, Preemptive Strike, and Bane of Haste. Okay. Shrimp Post is getting getting the Enchants at level 1. Behemoth is getting Rogue Assault. Hydrini is getting Thunder Chomp, so it will have electric coverage just as a melee move. Interesting. Impkin is getting Barbs. Zalio is getting Brawn Boost, so there's that Thunder King buff. Halloween Kabunga is getting Dissipate, and then Waka is getting Luster Loot at level 1. So it's going to keep the whole Luster Loot. It's going to keep its light coverage. It's just the other side of the Kabunga line that's losing it. Alright. And then we have some completely new moves being introduced. I don't think many of these are going to be relevant, because half of them are on half of them are on the dragons that are banned next season. But Blaze Rush is Flame Charge from Pokemon, 60 base power fire move that raises your speed when used. Ranged Drudge, it doesn't have an actual name yet, but Ranged Drudge, and it's going to be given to, I believe it's just Eclipse, right? Oh no, Cinemoth. Cinemoth is getting it, not Eclipse. Cycle Hammer. It's going to be a melee mind move at 85 power. What? Ferroglyph will have it. I don't know if anything else is getting it. No. It's just Ferroglyph for now. But then we're also getting Weed Whacker. 90 base power plant move. That has a chance to lower the target's speed stat, and Wild Dial will get it. Ignite Charge. That's a standard 90 base power fire move. That's melee. That'll be given to Arceros. Yeah, Arceros Novadeus. Inferno Charge is Flare Blitz, which is also going to Arceros Novadeus. And then Frost Blast, which is like, you know, Thunder Blast and all that, but Ice type. And that's being given to Glissadia. And yeah, that's the balance patch for next season. When is the change coming out? When the next season starts. Which, for some reason, this game takes like 2-week breaks between its seasons. So like 2 weeks after today is when these changes come out. So, yeah. That is the balance patch. So basically, the big takeaways from this patch are some, not all, some of the big Unga Bunga damage dealers are getting toned down a little bit. Hazard removal is getting shifted. So instead of being able to spam essentially risk-free moves in Gust and Burn Up, most things are losing those moves. But stuff like Billiforge and Whipple Drift, they're keeping like Gust Burn Up because they're kind of they're kind of on the lesser end of like hazard removal. I know it's saying what I know people don't like Whipple Drift and Tempest, but Jamie's gonna look at Tempest some other time. But and then yeah, Teardown and Mudslider being given out as like the main standard removal options. I don't see that many people using Mudslide just because it does absolutely no damage now. And yeah, there's always the air types could always just come in. So basically the only ones that would use Mudslide are those that could also just immediately threaten air types. But what this also means with Mudslide and Teardown becoming like more standard options is, you know, Mr. Dragodine, where Staunch is being changed to block Teardown. And, you know, being an air type, it is immune to Mudslide. He will be loving this update. Because, yeah, he just gets to come in on most standard options going for removal. Obviously, people are going to look to answer that with Staunch is now just Stonks. True. T-Storm's the worst weather. I don't think Thunderstorm was even a bad weather. Your goat Pyrelink cooks that fraud. There you go. So yeah, I think what will actually happen, like the goal is to make standard removal like the lesser options, but what I think will happen is people will play with 1 or 2 of the Loomians that still have Burn Up or Gust, so they don't have to worry about all of that. I think that's what's actually going to happen. I don't have a list off the top of my head that like of everything keeping Gust and Burn Up. I know there was a rabid stall player in a... Oh, my boost expired. Let's turn it... Oh, wait. Let's... You know, I'll just go for another hour. Why not? They were talking about how they've been using Malevolwax for burn up lately. Because Krakaloa lost it. And honestly, if people are going to use Malevolwax on stall, I'd much rather see that than Krakaloa's Soul Burst, I guess. But I'd obviously much rather just not see stall at all. That would make the game better, objectively. But that's neither here nor there. It's not a time to rant about stall. I just wanted to talk about somebody using Malevolwax. Because I think that guy is cool. Sure, he's bootleg Chandelure, but it's cool. Rant like the move. Get it? Guys, you get it? So Infernix, Billforge, Lantorch, Arceus Nova, Malevolwax, Searknight, Ikazune, and Iron Fumble. Interesting. Let's see. We also have a funny... We also have a funny thing here with Imkin getting barbs, right? Somebody brought up that it's funny because he has Handy and barbs, so that's cool, but Solber's Hognosh just eats it for breakfast. And then another guy responded, well, then I'm just going to be Devious Imkin to go through Gorge. So it's like a mind game of what ability the Imkin is. Or I should say Imperior, when they go to click barbs. So I found that interesting. My biggest problem with this patch, it should go through Gorge, Joshua. But my biggest problem with this patch is it doesn't actually give many Loomians like actual buffs. Does it counter Gargolem's speed, or does it counter opposing offense, or does it counter the bulkier or balance cores with Gorge? Or I guess Gorge can be also ran on offense, so that no, but then you're forced kind of leading Gorge. I don't like that. But regardless, I think this patch really lacks sizable buffs to like lesser Loomians. Like, I'm glad that he gave stuff to Vesperatu since it kind of fell off. Ursul kind of got something with Shadowbox. I don't see it using it, but it's something. But no, Jamie did say he's gonna focus on buffing like lesser Loomians in season 3, but that's still a whole 3 months from now essentially, and it's just like it's kind of unfortunate. But toning down like the Unga Bunga damage is good. There are still some problems. Like he's toning down Thaumin. That's something a lot of people have been complaining about. It's losing Zip Zap, so it's not going to be able to pivot on top of threatening priority damage. And it's losing a coverage option just in case somebody wants to switch a dark type in on it. So, like, he is addressing some problems, which, you know, that's good. I think at the on the bright side, this season will be you don't like Cephalops avoiding the ban? I have never seen Cephalops actually do stuff. Like, I get it that people have said that it does stuff in, like, some other, like, what, 999, I don't pay attention to that simply because LSU is a clown. But I would have personally liked to see Cephalops doing stuff. I know I did a tournament with people complaining about Cephalops existing, only for Cephalops to not do anything. Apparently in a PvP server card, the Cephalops is an absolute menace to society. Goggle sets are apparently just absolute monstrosities to deal with. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that this season is going to be adding, or at least Jamie's trying to add, at least 2 new items, hopefully 4 items. The items being like the assault vest from Pokemon, but one for the range defense and one for the melee defense. And then he also wants to add the other status items, the poison and frostbite items. But I don't know if those are guaranteed. But if they do happen, melee assault vest, or restrictive armor, I think is what it's called. Since it also got slapped down now, you could run what? Battering ram, body crash, earthquake, slapdown. And then you have like a gazillion and 7 defense. Jamie said he is gonna let those moves, or those items, scale the defensive ones. But he's gonna let it happen for now and then see what happens. He's mainly looking to see if Garbantis is broken, because I don't see any others realistically using it at the moment. I'm trying to think what else wants to use it. I could see like Metatoad using it. I could see Metatoad using it, especially with Slide to ignore other people's stuff. More real? I don't know if Moriel would use it. I don't know. Luminami would love to use it. So my thing about Luminami is it's going to depend on what team you want to use it on. If you're wanting to use a more offensive team, you're probably going to run the assault, the restrictive armor, because you're not aiming to like lose momentum by clicking rejuvenate. But on more bulky teams, slower teams, you would use another items because you need to click rejuvenate more. Power Napper's even used anymore after new. Well, to be fair, there was only ever one Power Napper to begin with because Infernix is fake. Luminami, and because Sukame emerged, Luminami's usage dropped off a cliff. However, in the ranked setting, Luminami, at least back in the day, before like the ending of this season, it still had a sizable amount of usage, so it's not completely dead. In the general ranked setting, obviously in tournaments that's completely different. I'm not trying to compare the two. Why would you not just run heavy armor over restrictive armor? Because heavy armor only gives 20%. Restrictive armor gives 50%. Would still boost by 2. That would be funny, Isaac. I would laugh at that, but a lot of people just didn't like it, so it got yeeted. The whole energy thing, sure, that's more relevant depending on how many times Luminami comes in. But if you're able to keep Luminami off the field, then the energy increase doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's a whole 50%. Oh, I was looking at my clock, seeing that it's about to roll over to the next hour, but I forgot that the egg shower is not going anywhere. It's still gonna be Route 3. Yay! But yeah, like it's not gonna be 100% Luminami uses restrictive and then or one way or the other. It's solely dependent on if your team needs it to click rejuvenate or not. Like, before the Power Napper nerf, it wasn't even a question if this item happened. It would always use restrictive. Always. Because Power Napper was just free. I should Gamma Hunt the Diamond. If it shows up, it shows. Look, if I'm hunting the rarest thing, then I'm essentially hunting the other things too. AV Weasel, ooh, gives you survivability for the turn you come in, and then you kind of just gut the defensive thing, or like the passive thing in front of you. I could see that. I could see that. That'd be funny. That would be mildly entertaining. Trying to think. Yeah, I can't see too much else. I could see funny, like, I say funny, not like standard Billaforge running it, but I know a lot of people, if they're running Billaforge, they're using it to fish for burns and get rid of hazards. Why have exactly casual? I have one blue Drago, but I could have two. Though, to be fair, this one matches my avatar near perfectly already. So technically going for the other one's kind of a waste, but I want it regardless. But no, I just need that kind of Dragodine colors on a Joltooth. A Soul Burst Joltooth, give it to me now. Speaking of Soul Bursts, obviously Soul Burst Dragodine right now is usable because it can gust. It's definitely gonna become just not there when it loses gust. My issue is, can you really buff it when its kit is already kind of disgusting, like beyond disgusting for doubles? Hey, that's our first Fabergé. I'm not going to catch it because it's not shiny. Just throwing it out there. That was. I guess I could have checked for secret ability, but I don't care. Very nimble Soul Burst Dragodine is tough. Yeah, it's definitely tough hurting Plasmoths with it, but you know. But yeah, its kit is with that ability seems very, very stupid for a double setting. So if you were to buff the singles variant, you would inadvertently be buffing the doubles variant. And I know a lot of you would say a lot of you would say that that doesn't matter because nobody plays doubles. But that's not how balancing works. So I'm just curious how other people would go about like changing Soul Burst Dragodine in a way that doesn't super like make it super duper horrendously broken in a doubles setting while also making it better in singles. Make it analyze. Okay. Now, I will say originally he was going to give Soulburst Dragodine 105 speed, and it is my fault that it does not have 105. I just didn't want... I wanted him to play it safe with giving something Soul Heart and a high speed stat by not doing that. Make a doubles ban list. Not really relevant to what we're talking about. Just ban it in doubles. I mean, people, the 6 people playing doubles would probably do that, yes. But that's not really an answer to the question. I did something that won't get me fired. True. True. But, yeah. It was Soulburst Dragonine was originally 105 speed. It is not 105 speed now. Oopsie poopsie. But I think I'm personally okay with the notion that Soulburst Dragonine isn't the most viable thing. I'm okay with that simply because Dragonine wasn't something that needed a Soulburst in the first place, and it like, I understand why it's there. It's because they needed something different about the event, and it looks good, right? Like the design is good. I think it's fine if its PvP kit isn't the best. I think it's fine. It would like it's not the most useless thing ever. Like you said, Corey, you could use him on banana split. You could try it. And then when your opponent goes to try to clear the banana split, you switch in your staunch Dragodine. You switch him in. Block that Mudslider teardown, and then you go crazy. Can Mochi stop giving Soulburst? Look. Just let Mochi cook. Only wanting it because of Drago. Look, it's more like they want to make Dragodine work, so this is what they're resorting to. But yeah, I'm just wondering if you guys had any ideas. Like, all right, let's remove the notion of worrying about doubles. What would you do? What would you do with Soulburst Dragodine? Give it Gale Force. Wouldn't really do too much for it, but you cannot use Banana Split on Berserk Monkey. That is true. Because it is getting changed. Give it Bulk Up. Look, the whole melee part of its kit is just there for flavor. Because its design, when Jamie saw the design, like it's not bulkier. It's definitely not bulkier than base Dragodine. And because it already has such a high stat total, it wasn't going to get very many stats to begin with. So he just looked at its stats and gave it some melee stuff because, like, there wasn't anything else he really could do. And he couldn't make it too fast because he's giving it Soul Heart. Give it Blaze Rush. That is funny. That would be funny. But, yeah. It gives them an option if they want to buff their speed, right? But unfortunately, I don't see it getting Blaze Rush simply because he hates distributing new moves. The fines command doesn't... Oh, wait. Is it in my title to have exclamation point fines? Oops. It is. The fines command doesn't work right now. Basically, all I found is an alpha pyramide egg. That's the only fine today. So how much would Blaze Rush do to Lashent? What's a 60 base power fire move coming off of the Dragonine? What's it doing to Lashent? $80-ish speed. Multi-scale. Oh boy. Well, obviously it's not a no-co. I'm wondering if it's even a 2-shot. I don't think it is. I think it's a 3-shot. Oh my gosh. I could also count the Fabergé. I mean, technically, because they are the rarest. Or they're rarer than, like, just finding an alpha thing. But yeah, if we count Fabergés on as fines, then I also found a pink Fabergé today. Oh boy. What the heck? So Plastonics made a tier list on egg routes, and he has Junkyard in A? I guess maybe because it's so small. But I hate the fact there's encounters everywhere. No. If I have to spam repels, I'd much rather be in a small location. Never mind. I'm okay with this. He has all the cities in S, which, yeah, that makes sense. All the cities are in S. He has Atlantean City and Junkyard in A. Route 6 in B. Route 4 in C. And then Route 3 and Route 8 in D. All right. 38, 45% from very brawny Drago. Okay, well, how about your standard Drago? And maybe just, when I say standard Drago, I mean just 0 attack, but not frail. Just because, wow. Okay, wait. It's basically a 3-shot. Even without barbs, but it's basically a 3-shot. So, I mean, it forces healing. And if they're very robust like that, it's not going to be able to KO you very well with Ice Hammer. So, I guess it's fine. Yeah, I think I'd be okay with something like that, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think I'd be fine with it. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But also, it wouldn't happen simply because you double 8 times rack up damage. True. How's the internet? Oh, awful. It's awful. It was perfect until I actually wanted to start the stream. Like, I had the whole timer ticking down from 10 minutes like I normally do at the start of streams. And it was perfect. And then when the timer hit 5 seconds, it went to absolute lunacy. And it's just, really, it's targeted. But hey, it's working right now, so guess I can't complain. Oh yeah, I meant to check the repels. Where am I at with repels? Oh my god, I've already used 100. I've already used 100. Oh no, this sucks, dude. I could see Kierlin also getting it. Because Kierlin would just miss anyway. Who cares? Repels are cheap? I guess. They're cheap until you start running out of money. And you don't want to grind the money. Ask Asmongold. Haha, funny, get it? Because he is allergic to cleaning himself. My best find this event. Well, considering I just started, my best, I mean, I have an alpha pure mind egg, so that's my best find. When is season 1 ending? I'm pretty sure it just ended, like 9 minutes ago. Like season 1 just ended. You've maxed LL cash. I had like 1,700,000 or something, so I'll be good for a while, but the fact that you guzzled through it. You're free to come hunt. I mean, I'm not gonna really say anything in the server or acknowledge your existence in the server, but yeah, you're free to do it. I mean, look, the GR system is subjective, just like trading is in general. It's just a way to try to get a bunch of people to agree with you that you're right, even though it's always going to vary from person to person. I don't like the way the people do the GR system simply because they just refuse to take demand into account. Oh, what's up, Plast? What you doing? Are you in here? Are you running around? I saw your tier list. And well, in my 2 hours of experience being only Route 6 and Route 3, I hate it. I hate it here. I hate this event. You're in my server? Yeah, okay. See what I mean by APR? I won't acknowledge your existence. I didn't even know Plast was in here. Did I trade the Rainbow Dusket? No, because when I found somebody did, I did find somebody who would attempt to grab all the things that I wanted for the Rainbow Dusket, but you know, all of the entire game of Loomian Legacy pretty much died, so there's been nobody really trading big stuff. So it's gonna be a long time before that Rainbow Dusket gets traded. Because I don't want to, like, I want to do the trade all in one go and not, like, break down the Dusket into a bunch of lesser value things to then try and trade back up through all the trading systems and whatnot just to try and get what I want, especially when nobody's trading right now anyway. Somebody else is going to do it for me. Then they get the Rainbow Dusket, and we're all good. Been the Rainbow with I didn't even know there was a Rainbow with Strego. I'm not looking at this. I'm not looking over here. I'm only running around trying to grab eggs. So this is you. This is guys, I found Plastonics. Oh yeah, there he is. Look, guys. Oh, there he is. All right, anyway. Yeah, I think Season 2 of Ranked will feel better than Season 1. I just don't know if it'll really feel fun. It'll feel more fun than Season 1 simply because there's less insanity. Is Nova going to be banned every season? I think so, just because Jamie doesn't want to try and balance a 700 base or 750 base stat total behemoth that can hold an item. Like, just let Nova be broken. I say let all the roamers be broken and just ban them. I don't know why I walked around the grass there as if I didn't have repel active. My favorite Fabergé this year is the Cyan because it's blue. The only way Dusket is getting banned. I mean, he could still Giga buff Dusket. I would say I'm okay with him Giga buffing Dusket and banning it. I let the roamers be strong. I believe it's becoming one ability Obsidian. I think it's all just becoming Berserk. But they might, just to save effort on like deleting Eager, I think they might just make it the same, like different name, same effect. But they'll essentially be the same ability. Time for Mask Swap Dusket. They're not really. I don't think. Okay, so first, you buff a press to be like Typhlosion's Infernal Parade, where it can inflict a status on its own as well as do damage when they're statused. That's the first thing I would do with Dusket. Secondly, give it the Ferroglyph treatment of giving it every coverage move under the sun. And, I don't know. Do something to deal with the priority. That is Shadow Sprint. And then, yeah, if he's down to change stats, just make it fast. Just make it Mewtwo. Why not? Give it Psy Strike on top of everything else. Need fire coverage, Pharaoh? True. So true. Give it Flare Blast. Just give it every coverage move. Upper hand, but light. True. Or just make it Spirit. What do you mean? make it Spirit. It's stab and hits the Spirit types. But I guess it's a thing of hitting Vesp for super effective. Mewtwo is 130, yeah. Mewtwo is indeed 130. Calyrex Shadow Rider, true. Yeah, give Dusket as one with the Mean-Spirited and Mesmerizing. Uber tier of Genuine Threat. I mean, it would be fun. Cosmere cracked. So it's kind of getting blurfed. Mostly a nerf, though. Eager is changing to be like... Eager and Berserker are both changing so that all of your moves, not just like range or melee, all of your moves are going to do 50% more damage. You will not be locked into one move, but you also cannot click support moves, and you also cannot benefit from a held item. True Epic, true Epic. That is another step towards making Dusket a bigger threat, is allowing them all to have totem stats. Yeah, you can't do Dissipate Eager, yep. You can't do Icicle Trap, you can't do Dissipate. But you can hit Stratosaur with a Fire Slam. It does not actually do less damage than your resisted attacks because your melee attack is also buffed by 50% in this instance. Fire Slam would hit harder than your Psycho Blast. You can't flame shell it? True. Oh yeah, guys, how do you feel about Stratosaur not being able to click Gust in the next season? It won't be able to, like, double dance. Yeah, I've done it before. It does, like, a third to, like, Stratosaur Obsidian. Yeah, it does, like, a third. And that's with, like, no investment or anything. Like, if you invest into your offense a little bit, it'll do more. Why are you running Frail at that point? Why are you running Frail? If you're running melee moves, why are you Frail? What are you doing? Take the Frail off and put your leftover TPs into attack. What do you mean? One week till season 2. Oh, did they say that? Oh, okay, 1 week. I guess I need to get that video out ASAP then, because I wanted it to be a thing where people had time to, like, look at potential new options for the next season. So I gotta, like, I guess I gotta make that video tonight. It's a lot of stuff. Okay, so casual. You know, 200 speed, 200 range attack. What about the rest of your stats? Where can you put that? Oh, right, the Fire Slam that you're clicking into the metal type. Health. Okay. And energy. Right. The ever important energy on something with, like, base 115 energy. Or something like that. Gust Jetwing is mid anyway. Okay, buddy. But anyway, you do 0.5% more to Stratosaur with a chance to burn, and you do and you use less energy for it. So, well, no, you want to be able to. I guess the bulky strat kind of dies because it won't be able to gust, so it'd always be like the offensive Soul Burst one. So it would be 96 health. Here, I'm just pulling up the calc while I'm running. Oh, well, that's not right. There we go. Run. Why was it losing Venom Slash? Because people complained, and then it was removed because Jamie pulled it, and people said to not nerf Dakuda. So he got rid of it. All right, what do we got? We got a Fire Slam. We got this. All right, hold up. And then I need 200. I need Stratosaur. Wait, why doesn't Jetwing have a set in the count? What happened? Didn't they give me? Whatever. Bulk Strike could just run Teardown. Not like Dragonite exactly threatens it. It's not an immediate threat, but it can become annoying. So many free sets lost, yeah. They nuked a lot of the sets they gave me. And then they didn't make more. I guess they just lost motivation to do it, which I figured would happen when I asked them about it. I said, "Are you willing to make sets?" They said, "Sure." And I'm like, "Are you gonna like actually stick to it?" And yeah, seems that they did not. At least the Doodle World people are giving me sets. Like, I know a lot of people in the Discord complain that the sets are bad on the calc, but at least there's something. Game died. I mean, yeah, Doodle World also kind of dead, but they're still working on it. I mean, Loomian's dead. I should just not update the calc now, guys. What's the point? Game's dead. Oh yeah, I forgot. Convex was a part of that, and then he also dipped from the community. Kind of forgot. I mean, I had no idea who was doing the work. I asked Epically about it. I said get a group of people, do the thing. He's like, okay. I didn't particularly care who was working on it. I just wanted half-decent sets. He was co-owner. I don't know of what, but okay. I don't know how that's relevant to the calc stuff, but sure. Sets were good. Again, I didn't really care if they were like good. I just wanted them to not be complete buns. Like I didn't want like troll sets to lead people astray. But it's good that they put effort into them. I appreciate that. Finally see very nimble Bill of Forge. Yep, see, there you go. Oh, you're making like the full analysis on sets and stuff. Yeah, that would take a while. I agree. That would definitely take a while. I don't know if it's worth doing it in that format simply because of the high potential for sets to change within months. Especially with the game up, you know, occasionally updating, adding new things to account for and stuff. I don't know if it's worth doing it to that level, but it is what it is, right? It's worth in boost tokens? I have no idea. No idea. Wait, I did do one thing. There we go. All right. Wait. I'm confused. In my little calc here, I have Psychoblast. Hang on, let's see here. What? Oh, okay. I was looking at the base Stratosaur when clicking Psychoblast and Fire Slam. And then I was not looking at Jetwing. Because base Stratosaur does not take anywhere near a third from Psychoblast. Very nimble boots, Luminami's the meta. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Ha ha ha. Let's see. Energy-wise, well, you just gotta click 50 energy moves a few times. Yeah, you don't need much energy on you don't really need energy investment here. And so if you go this route, like maybe you don't go the full 96 on the attack, but yeah, no, I'd say it's definitely worth. Crown Lashent is like like it's not going away, but the ferroglyph is, if it's not gone already, it is going away. Mints and Route 9, trust me. I mean, Jamie said they might come. Although I don't think there's much... I don't have much confidence in that claim, but... hey, it's something. Bring back OG energy regen. I mean, a lot of people aren't investing into energy right now anyway. They, like, if they invest in energy, it's just like to hit a break, like, a regen breakpoint, like 240. Stream remind you of a mod. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know if the ferroglyph is even there anymore, simply because the season is over, but yeah, if you need to still get your ferroglyph, I would do it now because the season is over. If it's still there. All right. Oh, there was an egg back there. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. But, wait, are there eggs up here? No. But no, the Cosmere, yeah, I don't know what calcs you were doing. Oh, maybe because you had, 0 UPs in your attack stat when you were doing the Cosmere calc, but like even with 0 attack, like the Fire Slam is doing 42 to 50, while the Psychoblast is doing 32 to 38. And then against base Stratosaur, it's 35 to 41 versus 23 to 28. Like, I don't know. It's a significant difference. Now under Heatwave? True. What's up, Alex? I mean, you could technically use the Cosmere under Heatwave because, like, it's one... like, the switch-ins are generally metal types, and the Fire Slam that threatens it is boosted. I see the vision. But no, I think Cosmere will be fine. I just think it needs a 4th move. I don't know what you would click, but it needs a 4th move. Maybe you just run the other meteor move. Is there any scenario where the meteor crash should be used over meteor, or meteor smash should be used over meteor crash? What about gas stroke? Gas stroke, terraform, meteor. I guess it would hit gas stroke a little harder. Like, if they were very clever with a little bit of melee, it doesn't matter which one you click. At the end of the day, you're doing negative damage. If you have 96 attack, and it's like 80 melee defense, very clever, Terraform Gastroke, you do a third with Meteor Smash on the Switch. That's something, I guess. Meteor Crash should be doing 21 to 25, just to throw it out there. Oh, another egg dropped. But yeah, I guess yeah, you just run Smash. What do I think Season 2's reskin's gonna be? I have no idea. Frost Breath Cosmeor. Oh boy. Do you want to give... Frost Breath is the one that lowers speed in this game, right? Yeah, I don't know if you want to give speed control to that thing. I mean, to be fair, even if you did give Frost Breath to Cosmeor in the seasonal update, it still wouldn't be able to use it because GlitchxCity is the only one with it. Does Picolia have Frost Breath? I did not know that. I did not remember that, I should say, because I've obviously saw it before it came out, but yeah, I did not remember that. Well, I don't know why you thought a Wiki wouldn't be stall, but like the Wiki team, I should say. I don't know what drove you to believe otherwise, but I mean, it's just like a what does Wiki even do? Oh, I didn't even... Slavice has it? Oh my gosh, I am bad at just remembering these things. Holy. But, Oh yeah, I still need to find somebody who has a GIF of the Kiega so I can put it on stream when I hunt for it, but that might take a while simply because they're rare. I personally don't think I'm going to find it, but I never think I'm going to find anything, so we'll just have to wait and see. Will there be another ritual circle? I probably won't go that far, because the odds are against me. I didn't find the Dusket, right? But that had pity and faster encounter speed on my side. This one, it's slower encounters and no pity. And rarer, actually. The Fabergé being 300 as opposed to the Dusket's 256. So yeah, it's... Oh, I meant to say yes to that. It's rarer base odds. There's no pity. And the encounters are slower. So, oh yeah, Jamie was thinking about giving it a new ability. Although, he wants to replace Watcher. The one good ability. All right. You know, I think I would hunt for another hour if like the location wasn't awful, but I think once this boost ends, I'll call it. Because this location is buns. Anything losing W frames? Oh yeah, it's been W. We love the frames. Yum yum. We love them when they're so crunchy. When I saw the odds, there was a bunch of things saying it's 1 in 300. So regardless, I want the cyan one anyway, so in either scenario, the 1 in 300 applies. Like, I couldn't care less about the pink one or the, what's the other one? Yellow? Yeah, I don't care about that one. So, it is what it is. I've also only found one singular Fabergé this stream, which, I mean, either way, it's rare, so. I just have to... I have no idea, Alex. I have no idea how it works, because I saw sources saying 1 in 300, but then, like, people are like, oh, but that's only if they're specific to each... I have no idea. Well, I didn't get the blue thing for the last event. And, oh, actually, in the Dakuta, or in the Halloween event, I didn't get the blue thing. I traded for it. In the Christmas thing, I didn't get the blue thing. I traded for it, except the Dusket. I can't trade for that one. So I've actually, never gotten the blue thing in the events. Might have to trade for it. Well, if I have to trade for this one, that means I'm not getting it, because it's going to be pretty valuable. In terms of, like, trading power, so... It will, be unlikely that I ever get it if I don't get it from finding it. Because, while I do have some pretty, valuable things in terms of trading power, it's nothing I'd want to trade, except the Rainbow Dusket, which I'm using for something else. I'm using for a bunch of other things I'm trying to trade for. So, yeah, it's basically, yeah, if I don't get it in the event, I'm never getting it. Unless I get one of the other eggs. If I get one of the other Gamer Fabergés, then I could trade for it. I'd be able to find somebody willing to trade the blue one for, you know, a pink or yellow one. So, there's always that. Knowing my luck, I'd get the yellow one, because yellow's always the one with the least amount of trading power. But I think regardless, I'd be able to find someone who wanted the yellow Fabergé and would be willing to trade their blue one. So I think it'll be okay. I mean, it's just what the, like, if a lot of people want a specific color, it's going to be valued higher than the color that people don't want. That's just how it works. You know, demand plays a part. Come here. Give me. I can't get that one. It's rigged. Oh wait, my boost expired. I guess we're done here. Oh, did I ever buy the boost token today? Let's see. I don't know if I bought the boost token. Then demand them give it. Yeah, for sure. I did not buy the boost token yet today. My ending? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put up with another hour of... Where is it? I mean, I guess Atlantean City isn't a bad spot, but... Yeah, I'm gonna end it. The frame... Like, my internet quality's been awful for the stream, so I'll just end it here. Try again some other time when the internet decides to not be awful. But yeah, with all that being said, hopefully y'all have a good rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, you know, whatever it is. Make it a good one. Bye-bye!